Words are codes, puzzles, questions. Words are instructions. Letters line up in countless arrangements with complex construction. Language is a conductor that doesn't always make it to the station, and we're travelers stranded between destinations, squinting at signs, trying to figure it out. When symbols are jumbles and we can't tell what they're about, a window closes, a door won't open, and we're left out. We've all known that feeling, but some live realities with a whole different meaning, not just stranded, but also chided because they can't decipher the words. It might be subtle. We've learned to keep our judgments quiet. People learn to hide their struggles, how and when and why they suffer, but shame makes for a lonely bubble. It keeps us from each other. To overcome it, we must first go in and through, which is easier, of course, to say than to do. Trauma is convoluted. It takes an assumed path and reroutes it. The aftermath might be a room muted, opportunities lost or diluted. Exclusion comes at a high cost for economy, autonomy, individuals and community. Quality of life drops. There are dreams tossed, confidence shot. What if you were holding a document about your health or your children or your home and you couldn't read it? It could be ominous or simple, but you wouldn't know how vulnerable you might be, how exposed. What if you were in the drugstore looking for a card for someone you loved? There were hundreds of choices you couldn't read, and as we know, the pictures don't always line up. How overwhelming it would be to try to cover it up. But people do. It may seem easier in the meantime. Overcoming barriers takes a long time, which is a tough job. Comprehension can be a gulf that's hard to cross because communication is a complex equation. It takes work, it takes patience. Low literacy is a reality that almost half our island faces, and there are many unseen reasons that make it so. For some folks, school fails them, bullies find them. Neither family nor society can hold them. Poverty takes over, pregnancy comes early, no resources to support their unique ways of learning, hurdles reinforced, cycles keep turning. If we wish to help or change course, we need tutors, teachers, funders, and reports. Even more, we need to listen. Meet people at the intersection of their needs and their skills and their stories and their hearts. Words are links, pathways, connections. Words are invitations. Letters make shapes in endless formations, conveying dreams and information. Language is an infinite series of equations. It can take us places, it can break us apart. Symbols are hieroglyphics that give us access, that open windows and lives and doors and hearts. We've all known that feeling of understanding, of being let in on the secret or the meaning. There are many ways to read things. Of course, it's more than words. Some people are literate in the creativity it takes to make it through the world. They are proficient in adaptation, competent in street-based navigation, prolific hard workers, innovative learners, excelling at their vocations. They might be good actors or masters of illusion. They might be elders or children in our community. They might have poor vision or high intuition or expression that doesn't fit in easily. They might be helpers or leaders or builders seeking opportunity. No matter what they do or who they are, every day they find solutions to make it through a world of words. And that takes a lot of work, which is the opposite of lazy. It takes intelligence too, don't believe differently. And to improve literacy, which increases well-being considerably, it takes effort and community and bravery and time. It takes facing down barriers that may have been there a long time. It needs a long view, which is hard to hold on to, but easier than holding a document that you can't understand. So let us celebrate the tenacity of anyone asking for help. Learning is overwhelming, and patience is hard to direct at oneself. So anyone who has worked through this or is working through it now deserve support, so they may stick it out, so they may tell their stories, write them down, and we might be so lucky as to hear them read them out loud.